What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 different stocks, including 6 big tech stocks and also AMD, Nvda and Netflix, just like I did last night. So definitely hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated, guys, and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you find these videos are helpful and especially you want to get into live trading, learning, definitely check out my Patreon. The top tier will get you 3 days of live trading and all my trade ideas, daily, swing, long term, everything. And also, if you haven't already and you are new to this channel, subscribe to the channel. And now let's get right into it with Tesla, which is up 0.37%. And look at this, guys. We could be forming a bear flag here on Tesla. And this thing barely holding on to 160 as a support right here, or now actually 161.55. So we're just under. Let's see where this blue line is. 161.65. So it's trading below all the moving averages here on this daily chart. So we do not have any strong support until Tesla gets down to 155. Now to the upside, we have resistance at 165, 13 SMA, that orange line right here, and also another big resistance, 165. If we can clear 160 or actually 167, then we could see more upside on Tesla. Until then, Tesla forming a bear flag right here. Watch out for the break below 155, and if that happens, now Bollinger Band will allow the stock to come down even more, all the way down to 146 to close this massive gap from the last earnings. Now to the upside, Tesla needs to break 165, and if it can get above orange line 13 SMA, then watch out for the big resistance at 167, and then needs to break in order for Tesla to get higher up to 171.66 and then 177. Tesla, like I said, could be forming a bear flag right here. If we cannot get that breakout above 167, definitely in next 1 to 2 weeks we're going to see Tesla getting down here at 146 to close this gap all the way down here. And now we're going to look at AMD. So AMD had that massive news with Microsoft, and that's why this thing was up all the way up to 91.64. Now yes, it's still up 6% on the day, but it's not looking bullish, guys. We did close that massive gap on top. It's up $5 on the day, but look at this. It was dying intraday, coming all the way down to $81 under lower Bollinger Band. And also I said last night that definitely it's getting extremely oversold, so you could see a dead cat bounce, and I think the news is not the main thing. Some big money, some big investor is getting out after the earnings, and that's why that massive pump was there on AMD. Look at this rejection. This thing gave up almost more than half of the gains, and now sitting at $86. So tomorrow on AMD, we will have resistance at 88, and then watch out for 92. To the downside, AMD will have support at 85, below that 80 to 76, and then $80 flat all the way down here. And now we're going to look at Nvda. So on Nvda, it's taking a beating, down 0.86%, which is nothing for Nvda, guys. And again, just like last night, Nvda stock into closing, holding on to 275 as a support, orange line, 13 SMA on this daily chart. Below that, look at this bounce today from 270 to 40. We got a bounce off of this white line, 20 SMA, got back up all the way up to 278, and now it's trading above 13 SMA, which is sitting at 275. So tomorrow, 275, 273 will be a support level to watch. White line, 20 SMA, and below that, watch out for 269 to even 260 all the way down here to retest 50 SMA on this daily chart. To the upside, Nvda will have to break 280, and if that happens, then more upside back up to 286 to even 289. And now we're going to look at Apple. On Apple stock, it's down 1% for the day, and now it's up 2% after hour because of the earnings. Now, yes, they beat on the earnings, but just have a look at that earning, guys. It's not that great. It's not like, they crushed it or anything. So Apple stock also, it cannot move higher. I mean, look at this. 171, where this Bollinger Band is sitting, and stock after hour I think got up to 171 and some change, instantly got rejected. We also have resistance at 170. So tomorrow, watch out here on Apple stock. I mean, we have seen these moves before, a massive dump off, and then at the opening the stock is running to the upside. Now this one here, it's up, it's not that much, $3-4. Tomorrow definitely Apple not breaking above 170, we're going to see a pullback down to 165 on Apple stock. Now this gap will be closed tomorrow, but I think it's going to open up another gap if this thing opens above 170. So it's not a big move on Apple stock, only up 2%. So tomorrow, guys, 170 will be a big level to watch. But if Apple actually can break 170 and holds that as a support, then definitely, like I said before, a new 52-week high on Apple stock possible. Below 170 tomorrow on a pullback, 168 will be a support. Blue line 5 SMA, 165. And if that gives up, we could see Apple dropping all the way down to 160. And I was looking to get in here on Apple today, but the dip never came to my level, which is 162. Apple stock came down to 164, and that was it. So I didn't trade Apple stock today. And now we're going to look at Amazon. And Amazon stock is up 0.34%, absolutely flat down Amazon. And this is back-to-back 2 days with two nasty candles and a rejection again here on Amazon. And look at this, we got an indecision doji candle here on Amazon today. So that means what, guys? Amazon, yes, it's holding 104 as a support. Tomorrow, Amazon needs to hold 104, also needs to hold 103.47, because if that gives up, Amazon can drop all the way down to 100. Red line 50 SMA, $98, and then 97. Above 104, watch out for the resistance at 104.59. And if we can break that level right here on Amazon, then more upside all the way up to even 109. But I think that's going to be really hard right now on Amazon to actually go all the way up to 109, especially when all the indices are coming down. And now we're going to look at Google. So I had a trade on Google today, but it didn't go too well. I mean, this thing got up to 106.30. I sold out for a small profit, but then this thing came down to 105.21 at the closing, barely holding on to 105 as a support. So Google stock needs to hold 105, if not 103.56, because below this lower Bollinger Band, it's going to look extremely bearish, and Google can come down to 101.47, 100, and then $97. Above 105, and look at this rejection today again. I mean, 106.53 will be a resistance to watch on Google. Above that, Google can run all the way up to 110. Until then, guys, just watch 105 and 103.56 as a support, a strong support on Google. And if that gives up, there is going to be more downside on Google stock. Also above 106.53, there is going to be more upside on Google stock all the way up to 110. And now we're going to look at Meta. On Meta, it's down 1.5%, and finally Meta gave up the support 237, and now it's also trading below blue line 5 SMA. That means what? Meta can come down right here, right around 225, 13 SMA, and below that, watch out for 220. To the upside, now Meta needs to break 237, and only if Meta can do that, we're going to see 248 on Meta. Now upper Bollinger Band will allow Meta to run all the way up to 248. On Netflix, it's up 0.46%, and Netflix now trading at 320 at the closing. Now if you look at my screen, Netflix needs to clear 325 to 324, and if that happens, we could see more upside, 329.28 to even 333, and the breakout will only happen above 333 on Netflix. Now Netflix here tomorrow on a pullback, strong support will be this lower Bollinger Band all the way down here at 313, and looks like, I mean, we've been holding this lower Bollinger Band as a support for last maybe over a week now. So that is going to be a strong support right here. If that happens tomorrow on a pullback here on Netflix, 313 to 314. To the upside, it needs to break 325, 329.28, and then 333. On Microsoft, it's up 0.33% and barely holding on to 305 as a support. Blue line 5 SMA right here on this daily chart. Now, we could be forming a bull flag here on Microsoft, but we need more confirmation. It needs to break 310. And now, Microsoft can hold 305 as a support, 306 right here. This blue line 5 SMA on this daily chart, we could see a run up all the way up to not only 310, 312, because upper Bollinger Band expanded all the way up to almost 312, and this Bollinger Band will allow the stock to move even higher. It's not like before that, it's hitting the Bollinger Band and coming down. Now the Bollinger Band will allow the stock to move higher all the way up to 312. So on a pullback tomorrow, it needs to hold 305. If not, look at this today, 303.40. It could be coming down to 300, and below that, guys, definitely we're going to see more downside. 294, 290, that is possible on Microsoft on a pullback. Thank you so much for watching, and that's all I have for you guys tonight.